Thank you for waiting. Your feed will start soon. There's some things that... Oh, God, hello! I didn't realize that you were waiting. I'm in the middle of preparing things, obviously. If you want to keep waiting for a few minutes, the feed will be on soon. We just need to prepare a few things in the background. You shouldn't actually be seeing this, so, yeah. We know you have a choice in air travel. Thank you for choosing Bitter Gay Man. Hi! Oh, God, good morning. So I posed a question on both my Facebook and I think my Twitter and the Patreon. Should I do these live feeds at 10 a.m. on the weekdays, or should I relegate myself to doing this at 8 p.m. on the weekdays instead, so that you get an evening live feed instead of a daytime live feed? The reason I ask and the reason I bring this up is because I anticipate getting a job soon. I'm going on an interview today, so I'm thinking that I'm going to be employed soon, so I won't be able to do a 10 a.m. live chat in the future, which means it might move to 8 p.m. But I just want to know, should I get doing that now? Because then I have the entire day of stuff that I'm pissed off at to amass and then bring to you at the end of the day. Or do I just give you the day before whenever something comes up to me, like I'm doing now? So today I wanted to discuss, and I know I'm looking off to the side, but I have a dual monitor setup. The chat sits on this screen with the webcam, and all of the controls that I'm using for the feed sit on this one. So everything I'm doing is over on this side, and what I quickly wanted to get out of the way is that I want to plug Weed and Con, because Weed and Con is coming up in May. It's mid-May, 19th through the 21st, and we have guests like James Leary, we have Gigi, I can't remember her name. If you know from the fandom, Ben Patton, he is going to be our MC for the entire con. So you get to have a moderator for some of the panels as Ben Patton. And if you don't know Ben Patton, you should look him up. He's a funny British expat who has done many things. We're also getting, if this page will damn load, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And let me see. So we're getting the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. We also have David Fury. We have James Leary, and a few other things. Our website's having issues. Robia Lamore, Dagny Kerr. I'll have to look at the website later. For some reason, it's not loading, and it's really annoying. It loads the page and then disappears. Something's wrong with the website, so I have to go check on what that is. But we have a drag show, and we're LGBT inclusive, and all the other letters that go after that now. I'm gay, I'm on the board. I mean, and there's multiple other stuff, so I mean, we are generally inclusive, and we have a vendor room that was gracefully and very quality curated by one of our staffers named Tony Adams. And yeah, but for the limited time, I don't know when it's ending, but it will be ending soon. Our staffers have the ability to give out a code, which is about to cover up my face. If you go to the code that's in the description right now and use that code SAVE10, in the interpromotional code, you'll get $10 off the weekend adult price plus the fee. But this way you can save money and you can help a staffer at the same time. So I don't use my own promotional code. I always use somebody else's to help them along. But please use that code. It is SAVE10, SAVE10. Click it on the interpromotional code when you get to the register screen on the link that's in the description, and you'll save $10. So yay! Anywho, I'm gonna make those things disappear from the screen so I can sit in the center again. I made a new thing. Look, when I go away, there's a whole dance of me, like being an idiot. So I just want to play that. I don't even have a technical difficulty right now. I don't even have to get up for anything, except that I didn't make my tea. But I couldn't make my tea. I literally woke up like 20 minutes ago. Anyway, wasn't that fun? So I don't get to sit in the middle right away. I have a little thing I want to do. But let's talk about the first thing that pisses me off. I used to work at LAX as TSA way back in the day, like 10 years ago, or 14 years ago now, I think. 13 years ago. Anyway, I hated the questions of obviousness from people. There are signs literally everywhere. Also, the live chat's going, so if you want to tell me something or talk to me or whatever, it's there. But if you're watching this later, I don't get to see the live chat, so use the comments. Sorry. Not done yet. Now my eyes are red. The thing I wanted to talk about was that when I worked at LAX, a lot of the questions that I would get were from people who would stand underneath signs that say things like Delta, Sun Country, or Delta, Air France, because Delta shares its terminal, or did. But it was more of the fact of people walking up to me with a giant Delta sign behind me and going, "Where's Delta?" I mean, we put up signs for a reason. I understand if you're illiterate and I understand if you're from another country, but you know, it's the symbol. It looks like a Delta, and then it says Delta in words, just like one of the signs up here. It says "See Delta 1," and it says, in Tom Bradley, it lists all of the airlines they have in there, it just takes a little bit of walking around. And some of the signs even tell you what airlines are on what aisle. And, all you have to do is look up and read or something. I understand you're panicked and you probably have to get onto a flight and you're confused and all this other fun shit. And the TSA agents are not being the most helpful. I mean, we're supposed to, but there's a degree of jadedness there. Sorry. This is because I'm talking a lot and I haven't had anything to drink. Oh no, my handkerchief fell. But that did remind me that I'm making a scarf. I have an Etsy, which I'll post later. But I mean, I'm making a scarf. It's gonna be great. And I'm going to WonderCon. Who's gonna be at WonderCon? See, I got my badges. Well, that's my friend's badge, but I got my badges. Who's gonna be at WonderCon? Tell me in the comments, or tell me in the live stream if you're watching. I don't think you're watching. No one watches this. It's 10 a.m. All my friends are at work. They watch it later. But yeah, no, that was really annoying. And then when I was working TSA, we had 3 questions we had to ask every single person. Is your bag locked? Do you have any firearms to declare? And is there any film in your bag? Because it was during a time where film was more proliferant than, I think I made up a word, than digital. So we had to ask, and people would, because it's going through an x-ray machine. And I had a wedding photographer tell me that he put it in a special lead bag, which there was special lead bags that would say on the lead bag, not for use in X machine. And one time he told, coming from a wedding, I said, do you have any film in your luggage? He goes, oh yes, but I put it in one of those special bags. And I said, okay, but does the bag say it's not for use in this particular machine? And he says, no, I think it'll be fine. I wrapped it in a bunch of towels and it's wrapped entirely in my clothing. I'm like, okay, you understand that x-rays go through clothing, right? And he's like, just put it on. What's the worst that can happen? I'm like, well, the worst that can happen is that it'll develop the film as it goes through, and then it'll ruin everything. So he took his chances, went through the machine. Of course, it alarms because it's a little lead bag, so it's our machine can't penetrate it, and it goes, hey, check this. So I pulled out his thing, walked the bag back over to him, and said, can you tell me what it says on the warning? And it says, not for use on the CTX 2500, 5500, and other DS. And I said, sir, this is a CTX 5500 DS. I can't guarantee that something's wrong. You would have to contact the manufacturer of this bag, but it's gone through the x-ray machine. I now have to inspect it. I'm going to repack it into your bag, but it's possible that something happened here. And anyway, and then there were the people on their cell phone who just couldn't be bothered to answer things, so they would answer yes to questions like, do you have a firearm? Or the ones who were in the middle of busy like Christmas, and they'd come up and I'd say, I have 3 questions for you. If your questions fall into those answers, great, you'll have questions. If you have further questions after that, you can ask one of our TSA representatives off to the side. And they would go, okay. So I'd ask them the 3 questions, and then some guy would stand there and go, I have my laptop inside the thing. I'm like, fine, have a good trip, sir. And he's like, do you hear me? My laptop's inside my bag. I'm like, yes, I heard you. Have a good trip, sir. I'm like, but don't you need to know or be able to power it on? I'm like, no. Have a good trip, sir. I understand my questions and my replies were short, and I was a horrible human being. But you know what? I was the U.S. government, so who cares? Look what I have. Let me remove that slideshow thing. I don't want to sit off to the side anymore. I don't even know if that was a rant. I mean, my only rant there was that people don't read. And it's really annoying. We put up signs for a reason. If you take the time to just read them for a bit, you might be able to get your way around the airport. The airport isn't hard. I mean, but I worked there for a year, so it's still not hard for me. And they've changed a lot of it, but if you just open your eyes and use that skill that I'm sure you were taught then it might be very useful and beneficial to you, especially if you want to get around. And try not to be late. There's a reason why um, your plane leaves at the time it says on your ticket. It doesn't board at that time. It boards 20 to 40 minutes before that time. You should be at your gate by that time, not outside in security and not driving. Try to get there 2 hours before. Try to get there 3 hours before if you're doing it international, because Tom Bradley International Security line sucks, and it sucks for other things. And you have to go through customs, and you got to check your bag. Just be there early. You know what this is? Pokemon Go. I don't play, but I'm the blue one, which I can't even remember what the blue one is because I don't play. The original plan was to stick this to my car, but I don't want to anymore. I think I'm ordering another Deadpool sticker to stick to my car because the smart out there, which you can see in my little video of my BRB dancing thing in the beginning of it. That's my little smart, and I'm sitting inside of it dancing like an idiot. But if you the fun of a live feed is that I mess up in my videos and I cut and I'm able to edit and all that crap. So you don't get to see me going or this is a scroll song, ha ha ha. But in the live feed you do, and I don't know who watches this. I mean, I get like 10 viewers, but I never get 10 viewers at the time that I'm doing the thing. Also, I know everyone hates adblock, but or everyone loves adblock and hates the ads on YouTube. But the ads, I benefit directly from the ads. So, I mean, if you could just turn your ad block off while you're watching my videos, or turn it off while you're watching my live stream, which I think I'm about to be interrupted for an ad, it would be great. I don't mind that stuff. I would really appreciate it. I don't think anyone is watching right now. Okay, I have one viewer watching right now, so thank you to the one viewer that's watching right now. You make my 20 minutes that I have to be awake great. I have an interview today. Oh my god, I completely forgot. I don't remember what company it's for, but I have it in my calendar, so I'll know what company it's for right after this feed. I'm just going to do research on it again and figure out what they do so I can be an awesome candidate. So the story goes there that I was an awesome candidate. I was a backup, but they hired somebody else. That somebody else has been impacted by recent legislation from our wonderful President Cheeto and has to leave her job, so they're calling number 2. Which I just feel bad being number 2, but whatever. I'm being called back for a job, and hopefully I'll have income again, and I can do awesome things like have an actual camera and not depend on this. I think I've burped in every single live feed so far. I'm not trying to. I don't know what's causing it. I just do. I mean, the first time I had tea, but the last 2 times I haven't had tea because I literally drop out of bed right there at like 9:30, and then I have 30 minutes to prep a feed, and sometimes I completely forget. And this morning I was talking to my friend Mariel, so I didn't realize what time it was until it was too late. So yeah, yay. I guess I really have to work on not saying I also can't hear anything. I'm only wearing this for the microphone. I cannot hear anything through here. I've tried to send a monitor feed through, but the problem with the monitor feed is then that I can hear myself and it messes up my speech, so I can't use it. Anyway, I think we covered the topics that annoy me. I don't know if I had any annoyances yesterday. Besides the acoustics of my neighborhood, our neighbor who sits catty corner from us, I can hear them when they step outside. It's really annoying. Like 3 in the morning. Also, our neighbor across the street parks his van right across, and when he's out there with his friends, I can hear them as well. And it's 3 in the morning. I mean, I'm up at that time anyway, but it's still really annoying that I can hear the neighbors. I can't hear my neighbor over here at all unless they're being really loud or they're punishing their kid and he's crying, which is an occurrence every Monday morning, but that's because the kid doesn't want to go to school. Sorry. Anywho. I'm not going to drone this on. 20 minutes or so is great. Thank you for joining me again. If you like this thing, click that little like button there. If you want to talk at me, use the comments, because the live stream is going to go away once I end the live chat. The live thingy. If you want to know when these are happening, or you want to see the updates I recently posted and be notified about them, click that subscribe button. It really helps me with settings and things. There's things I can't do in YouTube until I reach a certain number of subscribers or I reach a certain number of likes. And share it with people. I know my live feeds are boring, possibly, but everything else I do is probably not boring. It might be entertaining to some aspect, and if not, at least the Whitey videos are fun because it's a dog, and he's so damn adorable, and he's 13 years old, and we can't go for long walkies anymore, but he doesn't want to rest when we're on those long walkies. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with my my BRB dance again. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna end this. Do the WhedonCon thing. I want to see you at that convention. It's a lot of fun. We're on our 2nd year, which means we're still small, and we're still intimate, and we're still fun, and we have a lot of programming lined up, and soon we're going to post what that programming is so that you can see what's going on, and come join us with the sisters, and everything's going to be amazing, and I love you all, and bye. Well, I don't love you all. I love certain people. Everyone else pisses me off. I really hate being around people. I don't know why. Let's transition off, and I'm going to stop talking.